The One Punch Man anime is doing Garou dirty. To simple mistakes like his opponents being women, to 20% of an episode being still frames. Yes, that's a real statistic. It's no secret the anime is in a rough spot, especially when it comes to how they're handling Garou. So today I wanted to take a look back at the manga version of this amazing villain. Starting from his introduction as a hero hunter all the way to when he became a godly force of cosmic energy, I'll discuss everything you ever need to know about Garou because the anime clearly isn't. Welcome to the ultimate recap analysis of the human monster Garou. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy. Garou is first mentioned in chapter 30 by Bang, where we learn he was once a talented disciple that Bang had to beat up and drive out. While it wouldn't be for about 10 chapters till there's a face for the name, in chapter 40 upon trying to unite the underworld and heroes, Garou appears, letting us see him in all his glory. He goes on to say banding together is a waste, nobody here could even beat him, before stating his name and that he admires bad guys. Note that one, Garou loves bad guys. He yells out that he's attended to see who's the strongest. Today he'll have a party where he punishes cowards, commits evil, and kills everyone. As Garou stands there with an evil grin, we get a glimpse into his backstory. It's very early, but this serves to help us understand he is not just another bad guy. This one's an important bad guy. In front of a TV, Garou was once a boy rooting for his favorite villain, upset that he never wins. And upon asking his father about it, he got angry learning he'll never win, stating that it's unfair and boring. Popular guys winning and unpopular guys losing is a tragedy.
Then I won't lose to anyone, and I'll become the strongest villain and change the story.
Garou holds up a hero as it's meant to hammer in that he really is a villain, introducing him as a strong force with urges for evil. Though, of course, we have to note the obvious. A backstory and monologue that is frankly childish. I mean, thinking of a TV show while being evil? Kinda silly, all things considered. Of course though, this is only the very beginning. He's been in maybe 10 pages. Another hero tries to punch Garou, destroying his arm on the ground as Garou sends a hook to his jaw, revealing he's just as strong as muscleheads and quicker than they can see. The other bad guys behind him cheer, leading Garou to coldly turn around. They're gonna die too. He begins to lecture them on villains. The heroes show up after the villains make their first move. They suddenly appear for no reason. Everyone here has it wrong. They're with the humans, while Garou is with the monsters. Yet again, a very childish outlook, as if he's trying to replicate the childhood TV show. Though, this tells us one thing. Garou's definition of a monster isn't the typical monster you'd see in One Punch Man. It's something different. The hero shoots a blast of fire at his back, but in an instant Garou cuts the fire to reveal the hero's fire-bending trick. Garou now beginning a frenzy before he cut back to them all bloodied and beat. He states today was the declaration of war against the heroes. He'll power up and take on King, walking out of the building with a sadistic smile on his face. A bit of time passes in the One Punch Man world, and despite Garou's slaughter at the HQ, he's failed to appear on any radar. It's exactly as he said, the villains are unpopular. Though in the background a new carnage begins. Garou stands over a beaten A-class hero, a monster in presence. But even this was disappointing to Garou. It would seem tracking down and nearly killing an A-class hero was enough for the association to notice him. They issue a warrant for him, and Bang, his former mentor, is the one who takes it. Bang is taking this so seriously he's bringing along his brother Bomb, telling us one thing, he knows Garou is beyond strong and only getting stronger. Garou continues his rampage, finding himself before Moomin Rider, excited as, quote, the more heroes he defeats, the more monstrous he grows. He then beats that A-class hero from before. Again, don't know why he would try to fight Garou again. Tank Top Vegetarian? You might be as dumb as your name. This is all before Tank Top Master, an S-class hero, punches Garou. This excites him greatly as Tank Top Master smashes the ground, charging a tackle for Garou to take the impact in stride, turning around with a smile, leaving Tank Top Master to question, is Garou even a human? One thing to note is that Garou changes a lot as a character. Of course, that's a given, he's pretty much a main villain, but this is especially so when it comes to his appearance. His appearance is actually a very big highlight of where he is. And these visual cues are something that's pretty cool to look forward to. This is pretty much the moment the changes begin, as if you compare what he looks like now to this, well, he's already starting to be drawn very differently. While here he's very lit up, he's very bright, and his white hair is especially noticeable, now he's going to be drawn darker and he'll be a lot more dingy. We cut back to Garou taking an explosive blow, but he stands up, smiling. Tank Top Master knows Garou is just a human, but he feels like he needs to go now. He stands to finish Garou off, but Moomin Rider intervenes. He takes the blow as he shouts Tank Top Master shouldn't kill Garou. The fight's over, and he's just a human. But Moomin Rider just made a big mistake. As Garou walks off injured, seemingly taking this as a big lesson, he turns around, declaring he'll kill them all. Garou instantly takes another hook to the face, but responds with a devastating blow. He's taken to using Bang's technique, fists of flowing water crushed rock, and although reluctant, he uses it to smash the S-Class hero into a corner. But then, Moomin Rider jumps in from above. Okay then, and he keeps going, like, this guy's face is crumbled. Tank Top Master jumps in before Garou knocks him out in a single strike. Him going on to eradicate his crew and even Bang's last pupil when he jumps in, leaving an aftermath of carnage. With this big fight, Garou has officially become the hero hunter, as he isn't just a thug capable of beating a couple heroes, he beat an S-Class hero, a top-of-the-line force, all of it while claiming to be a monster. Though I do want to note one thing, Moomin Rider in the hospital after the fact refused to call Garou a monster. No matter what, he was adamant that he's human. Garou's whole idea of becoming an evil monster seemed childish, and I think it says a lot when the ultra-heroic weak gag hero won't even acknowledge the idea. Even the weakest can sense that Garou is putting up a front, like he might be trying to prove something he isn't. It's around this time Garou meets someone who would change his fate. This boy named Tario. Don't forget this kid, please. He's reading a hero guide that Garou takes interest in, and being a child, he loves that Garou is interested in what he's interested in. And so they speak about heroes, the kid unbeknownst to the fact that Garou is just using him to get info on heroes. That night, due to the information from the boy's hero guide, he finds Class A Golden Ball at his favorite bar, stepping out back for him to instantly strike and fight Garou. Of course, he's becoming more known since he beat Tank Top Master. At first, Garou was hit a few times but not really injured, all before he states that Golden Ball will lose. Garou is adapted. This is what Garou's main ability is. He can adapt. Most of his fights from here on out will go this way. He takes blows and then turns the tables, overwhelming his opponent with overwhelming power. Even when Spring Mustachio appears, Garou beats him easily, leaving by flipping them both off. Garou then comes across the Hero Association executive, asking to be introduced to a Mai Mask before knocking him out. Yet this is when he has his first encounter with Saitama. He notices his presence, concerned that he might have been following him, but thinking Saitama is just another low ranker, he strikes, but it does absolutely nothing. Saitama looks at him blankly. Who are you? Is he trying to rob him? Before knocking Garou out in one hit. Seriously, in my opinion, this is one of the funniest moments of the series. It's made even better when Garou wakes up in a trash bin the next morning. He has no memory of anything, and that implies that Saitama hit him so hard that he just broke Garou's brain. Though Garou's attack on the executive proved to be the most alarming thing to the association. Even if Garou had beaten an S-Class hero already, when the executive is attacked, they make a strict rule that they must go out with S-Class hero bodyguards. The executives are the ones with relationships to sponsors, so it really is money that rules everything. This proves effective for Garou though. More S-class heroes will be in day-to-day locations, as when Metal Bat is fighting a monster to defend an executive, Garou appears. More like Metal Bat appears before him. He's flung away from the fight and lands right next to the hero hunter. Sounds like a horrible day. Garou instantly strikes, Metal Bat putting 2 and 2 together and realizing it's Garou. Before saying even if he's busy, he'll bust his head. Garou pushes him back, a smile on his face as he hits him over and over, but somehow Metal Bat keeps up. Keep in mind, Metal Bat was just fighting a dragon level threat. He was already covered in blood and his bones are basically crumbled, yet somehow he's in an even fight with Garou, even getting faster and stronger as it goes on. It goes from being one-sided to Garou being on the defense, blown away as Metal Bat reveals he's just pumped up. With this, Garou smashes and throws a manhole at Metal Bat to continue their encounter. And while Metal Bat is stronger, Garou is adapted. He's dodging everything. Even with his back against the wall, he deflects every single one of Metal Bat's blows before throwing him back. Garou relishes in this tough-fought victory before Metal Bat is at his head, though he stopped. Metal Bat's little sisters appeared the second he could have killed Garou, and his sister reveals the reason why. Metal Bat promised to never show her violence, so he stopped. Surprisingly, Garou walks away and just leaves, but not before killing a monster watching. Another monster then invites him to the Monsterization, but he rips up the invitation and calls it disgusting. He thinks actual monsters are disgusting, which is beyond interesting. Garou walked away upon seeing Metal Bat's sister, a very strange choice for someone who should be a villainous monster. You think he'd instantly jump in, kill Metal Bat and his sister, then leave, but he just walks away. Matter of fact, Garou hasn't actually killed anyone yet, and despite calling himself a monster, he calls the monsters disgusting. He's just not acting like one. Alongside his childish sounding goal, you'd be right that Garou pretty much only wants to be a monster in name. Not actually, a real full-blown monster. Garou's definition of a monster is very different than what we're used to. He wants the fear people associate with the monster. He wants people to notice him as such. And it brings great pleasure when he's referred to as one. But ultimately, Garou isn't a monster in simple normal terms yet. While we will see more of this monster talk and we will definitely see him unravel more and more, at the moment the best way I think I'd describe him is that he's just not, his resolve isn't set in stone. Garou was seen far earlier speaking to Terrio about S-class hero Watchdog Man, who he now approaches, gets pumped up the fight, and absolutely loses. Though, in the face of defeat, Garou smiles. It was a blast, and proof he can get even stronger. Interesting, as while you'd expect him to lash out in defeat and anger, Garou is determined, which, honestly, this doesn't seem very monster-like Mr. Monster. Yet as Garou is sitting here speaking of being stronger, he spots King and Saitama, only noticing King as he jumps in ready to hunt. Before Saitama kicks him, he's sent through a wall, knocked out cold, and to King and Saitama he's just a thug. Second loss to Saitama. Funny enough, Saitama then goes on to say he's thinking about the hero hunter, maybe he's even stronger than him. Garou wakes completely defeated, Saitama yet again messing with his brain as he thinks it was King that beat him. He then spots an A-class hero, but realizes his body has reached its limit and runs off to his hideout. It's then, as fate would have it, this turns out to be Tario and his friends' secret base. They've heard someone is camped out there, and after smacking Tario, his friends convince him to check it out. Inside, he finds Garou injured, and while surprised, Garou calms down when he recognizes the boy. Garou is confused on why he's scared, telling him that soon he'll leave as he offers advice to the boy, telling him to stand up for himself if his friends are mean. If he doesn't want this to happen, then he needs to be strong. Tario responds that it's common sense. And to Garou, he goes, "Of course it is, haha, right?" he definitely knows that. Again, for the whatever time, I don't think a monster would do this. For some reason, Garou was so quick to help this human boy. Outside, a big group of heroes have followed Garou's trail, him quickly noticing their murderous intent and asking to see Tario's hero guide. Using the guide, Garou notes who he's up against and what the book states about them. As while he might be injured, this gives him a pretty big advantage as they call for him to come outside. Garou tells Tario to stay low as he steps out, asking the heroes don't shoot the hut as he springs to the roof. He shouts to kill them as he springs into action. He jumps around as he's shot at, diving in for his first kill as another hero pushes him away. It immediately becoming clear this isn't going to be as easy as he thought. Garou grows determined with this situation. He won't back down. Everyone here are steps of his ascent. He then has glimpses of his childhood, reminding us of his eternal love for villains. Yet again, the show is spoke of, and like before, Garou roots for the villains. In the show, it was 3 against 1, yet the fight was even. But in response, everyone couldn't understand why he'd root for the villain. This situation is a bit too close to what Garou is in currently. Nobody is rooting for him even though it's like 8v1. Though to him, this means it's time to show that a monster can come out on top. Like times before, Garou is adapted, countering their attacks and using them against them. Within seconds, he's able to beat half of the heroes. Using the hero guide and his own experience, he knows how he's going to take the rest of the fights, quickly striking the group down as he's left to face Death Gatling, the final hero. Death Gatling readies his weapon to spray the hut. Knowing Tario is in there, Garou readies to face the barrage of bullets. He takes every shot head on, catching and deflecting every single shot at the minigun barrage. And though an impossible feat, somehow Garou succeeds. Covered in blood and wounds, Garou smiles. Now firearms can't beat him. All before shutting the hero up by smashing him in the face. Garou was clearly put into a life or death situation when it came to Death Gatling's barrage. If he would have dodged, Tario would have died. For a monster, the choice you take is obvious, but for Garou, he sat there and deflected every single bullet, a feat that seems impossible. Despite being a monster, Garou makes it even more apparent yet again that he cares for human life. Though Tario runs away due to Garou's appearance, this being when an explosion rings out. Genos has appeared, ready to exterminate Garou. He flies into battle with no hesitation. Garou barraged by blows as he realizes he can't do anything. Even so, he struggles to survive and adapt, even trying Watchman Dog style. He jumps around before grabbing Genos' arm, but being a cyborg, he sends him flying straight into a tree, tying him to it instantly. Looking death straight in the eyes, Garou laughs. So many heroes after him. He's thrilled to be popular. Genos shuts him down. There's no time to waste on a small-time player like him. As Genos powers up, Garou grows enraged, struggling on and on before he breaks the whole tree and throws it over his back. Garou appears as nothing short of a monster as he snaps the restraints, shaking the blood into his hair as he yells out,
The Monster Association is nothing, and I can beat any hero because I'm the strongest monster.
Genos readies an energy blast as monsters spring into action to back Garou up. Though this is ineffective, Genos makes quick work of them as he powers up to incinerate Garou. Though Bane kicks Garou straight in the jaw and steals the fight. Now face to face with his pupil after a long time, their fight begins. With this moment, we can see Garou has undergone another visual change. His hair is reddish, stained with blood, and he'll begin to be shown with messed up eyes, alongside being generally drawn a bit more disorganized. Mainly his hair, but he'll even get some crazy panels like this. Though in this moment, Garou is facing utter defeat. He's continuously blown back and failing to adapt. Even when he tries to take a hostage, he fails. Alas, both Bomb and Bang join together to strike Garou. In his mind, he can't believe it. Two martial artists ganging up on him. Even if he begged, he couldn't get away. The only way out is to kill them. But that's impossible. Yeah, Garou's acting like a crybaby. Bang's final strike sends Garou into a flashback, one where he played heroes as a kid. The children roughhouse as Garou objects. They tell him to just be the monster then, likely because of his love for TV monsters. As they try to attack, Garou jumps out of the way. You could see this as him sticking up for himself. He didn't want to play, so he got away. Yet the boys then hold him down to be the monster. Garou realizes his life is passing before his eyes as he remembers another memory about the popular kid, Tatsu, where Garou had yet again tried to stick up for himself. This tells us that Garou was regularly bullied like this. It was a common thing, and like he had told Tario, he too tried to be strong, though he ultimately fails as he's held down again. He goes on to say Tatsu was always the problem, great at everything so people loved him and approved when he picked on the weak, all while Garou was gloomy, sad, and had no friends. Worst of all, everything we've seen, Garou was blamed for it. He's in trouble with the teacher, him saying he always has to be the monster. Presently, Garou looks at this. He didn't mind being the monster. After all, he loved the monsters on TV. But he hated the game because it allowed a popular person to wail away on a weakling. This wasn't just bullying though. It was situations that replicated the shows that stated you could be anything you want. But in Garou's case, he never had the chance to be the hero. He was always the monster, and therefore he always lost. He was always the one bullied. Garou comes back to the present. What is justice and what is evil? In the end, it's just the majority and how they gang up. It pisses him off. Just once, he wants them to take a blow from the weak. He wants to reverse the roles of good and evil. He then takes another devastating blow, sent to his knees and covered in blood as Bang and Bomb go for the kill shot.
No! I can't bear for it to end like this!
Garou slams the ground, shaking the earth as he uproots an entire tree, screaming as he swings it wildly. Strength that should be impossible. It's then Garou is grabbed by a monster from the association, and even though the heroes try and stop it, he's saved by another monster, leaving Garou to pass out from everything he's been through. And with this, it all becomes very clear. Up to this point, we're led to believe Garou wants to become a monster to inspire fear and get attention, nothing more. A very childish goal. Before, I had said Garou hadn't found his resolve, and now it seems like he has, through experiencing an event that reminded him of his childhood self. He finally found the resolve, and with it, he's completed the equation on his goals. Garou's plight to be a monster, a symbol of fear, is a fight against injustice. It's a quest to prove that someone can stand against the wrongs in the world and proving it through action. To me, the line stating he'll reverse good and evil is what sticks out the most. This isn't literally causing chaos and it just being okay. Rather, it's the idea of things you wouldn't normally accept being accepted as okay now. This idea is the core of his goal. In the world of One Punch Man, heroes are placed on a pedestal, while everyone else is considered lower or considered a monster like Garou. This is just like how Garou was bullied by the quote, heroes for being a monster. And everyone just went along with it because the heroes were popular. Garou questions that idea and that situation in its entirety, that the heroes seem to be the ones that make the rules even though there is no set real definition of good and evil. And he hates the fact that due to this, countless are bullied just like he once was. This, in reality, only really cracks open the can on Garou. But with this simple idea of his motivations, we can begin to question the acts that he does more and more. And we can even begin to see him in a different light, as now he really isn't just a hero hunter, he's more of an anti-villain. Garou wakes up, his head pounding, looking to his left to find a note welcoming him to the Monster Association. He crumbles it up and throws it away like before. He dresses and leaves the room in pain, noticing a commotion and listening in. all before he's forced to reveal himself. Now in the heart of the Monster Association, the creatures have mixed opinions. Though all listen as Gyoro offers Garou an assistant opportunity. Though there's one big condition: prove that he is truly a monster. He has one day. Bring the head of a hero. Garou heads outside as monsters are instructed to follow him. Unbeknownst to any of this, he grabs some grub. I get it. I'm gonna assume he's been out for like 3 days. I'd be pretty hungry too. It's then he comes across a Hero Association protest, and when they try to attack a random man, Garou jumps in to stop it. Garou realizes the Monster Association is causing this, disappointed how easy it is to disrupt society, though he's worried that since everything is already disrupted, his grand entrance as the strongest won't have much impact. This is a whole new side of Garou we rarely see. He's concerned about his goal. While this makes him seem more human, it also more clearly outlines what exactly he wants to do. If Garou is fighting against injustice, trying to flip the scales, the way he'll do so is by emerging as the strongest monster and going from there. Oh, and then he worries that someone tries to stab him, so he breaks the knife and holds it to the dude's eye. Yeah, Garou is definitely terrifying at times, and that's putting it lightly. At the restaurant, he orders everything, eating whole steaks in a single bite and drinking gallons of water before dining and dashing. Hero hunting doesn't pay the bills, I guess. Garou walks as he thinks of the Monster Association's request. He sees no logic behind a monster having to kill a hero. That'll just make him a killer. Him finally saying he thinks a monster should be all about creating fear. And this is a definition after so long. While I will say it was clear enough, it's now set in stone Garou's monster isn't about death and killing. It's not the grotesque things you'd normally imagine. His monster is the idea of creating fear. A feared being is a monster. It's then fate places him in the crossroads of Tario yet again, finding the boy being bullied and breaking it up. Garou then walks away as Tario apologizes for running away before, stating the hero's attacking must be a misunderstanding. Garou protected him like a hero, and he just did it again, but Garou shuts him up. Then, of all people, Saitama yells at him, warning him for dying and dashing, before walking off. This angers Garou immensely. He views it as pity. Not only was Tario apparently pitying him, but now this hero. He thinks on how Bang survived their fight. He's angry that his old mentor's survival made him feel relieved. To him, that's not monsterly, and he's concluded that he hasn't demonstrated his resolve to become a monster. He states that he's not doing it for the association or anything, but he will kill a hero. He's a monster after all. Saitama one-shots him, earning Garou his third defeat against Saitama. 0-3 is not a great record, man. Though this scene silently tells us a bit more about Garou. Again, he seems human, having doubts and generally being mixed up about everything. In a second, I'll brush up on his reaction to Tario's words, but for now, the obvious thing. This whole scene tells us one clear thing, that not even Garou, the one claiming to be a monster, knows what his own definition of a monster is. Since coming into contact with the Monster Association, he's face to face with textbook monsters, and those real typical monsters want him to kill to become one of them. Garou is mixed. He's clearly been against killing up to now. His version of a monster is one who creates fear, but all of a sudden he considers killing, and tries to do it. It's like he's trying to fit in despite saying he hates them. Not only this though, Garou was enraged at the idea of pity, even though nothing suggested it. And of course he was upset thinking about Bang. This all puts Garou into a different light, showing that he is quite, well, fragile. And despite the monstrous claims, his feelings still seem more human than he'd ever let anyone think. Garou awakens to Tario and the monsters that were following him. He doesn't have the monsterness they want, so he'll be killed. Garou tells Tario to stay back, the monsters responding that Garou just gets a high on playing monster, and if he wants to prove that's not the case, then kill Tario, relinquish his humanity. Garou yet again tells Tario to go home, yelling as he calls him an idiot. Nobody will help him. Get rid of the hero guide and protect himself. Times like these are what makes you strong. Tario sees Garou in a bright light as he yells for the boy to stand up. The monsters attack, Garou flipping Royal Ripper away as he assumes his stance. Him and the monsters go blow for blow, Garou holding them off easily as he knows he can beat them. Garou then does something cool, that's why I want to mention it. He pulls out a messed up tooth, spits it hard enough to cause a hole in the ground, then states they'll never hit him again. All of a sudden, a monster then takes Tario hostage. Garou's surprise leading to a stab in the back from the monsters, them throwing him to the ground before slicing his body to shreds. Walking away with Tario in arms, Garou a pool of blood. Garou and Tario is easily the most random relationship ever, but the reason it bothers Garou is beyond obvious, and because I'm here to state the obvious, I'm going to explain that it's because he reminds Garou of his childhood self. Bit of a mouthful and I said it too fast, but yeah, Tario reminds Garou of his childhood self. Tario is a kid being bullied by being called a monster, just like how Garou was as a kid. Though I have to say it's very incredible how this random chance meeting can blossom into so much for Garou. As while that's the reason he talks to the kid, I would say he actually resembles three big things when it comes to Garou's tale. Trauma is the first thing Tario resembles. He's the spitting image of what Garou went through as a child, all the way down to his bullies calling him a monster. This not only reminds Garou of that, but us, as it puts into perspective one big thing that becomes clear. Garou, despite wanting to help Tario like a hero, refuses any label that isn't monster. This is because Garou can't stop viewing himself as that bullied boy called a monster. He's deeply ingrained with trauma and it's resulted in a view of himself he can only consider monsterly. The next thing Tario resembles is Garou's goal. His goal is to fight against injustice, make a world where people aren't bullied by the heroes of society. Tario is a reminder of that goal that keeps appearing in front of him. He constantly tells Tario to be strong, stand up, what he believes the bullied should do, and the exact thing he's doing to society's bullies, the heroes. Finally, Tario is the one thing keeping Garou human. He was ready to amp it up and kill, crossing a line that you can't just take back, but the second Tario was in danger, that thought completely left. In a way, he brought Garou back. It would not be wrong at all to say Tario is a representation of Garou's remaining humanity. All of these things will become even more apparent, especially that last one, as Garou's tale continues. Things are going to get even more crazier, and I promise this boy is going to have more of an impact on this story than anybody could have ever guessed. Garou wakes, injured, head pounding, shakily recalling everything before his mind darts to Tario. It's the first thing he's concerned about, what happened to him. And while he tries to say it doesn't matter, it wouldn't be the first thing he thought of if it didn't. The fact he does care becomes apparent as he wanders into the Monsterization, and the first thing he finds is Tario tortured by Royal Ripper. He grabs the monster's blade, breaks it before smashing his head away in a single strike, before shredding his body with a move of his palm. All I gotta say is, cool. He takes Tario and kicks open the door, telling the boy he was only able to find him because he's a monster. Yeah, sure buddy. Garou blitzes through some monsters, eats their flesh, before him and Tario run around, the boy yelling about the other human hostage and how he wants Garou to help. Note how he instantly stops. Not only do the boy's cries affect him, but do his words. Even if he tries to say he didn't come to help, he couldn't be a worse liar. Though this is when things become dire. The dragon level threat Overgrown Rover appears. Garou is instantly able to sense that this is an incredible threat and urging them to get away. Though this is ultimately ineffective. The beast sends a blast that causes an earthquake. Garou just barely able to escape with Tario in arms. And now faced with this threat, he tells Tario to run off. Garou tries to attack back, but it's clear he stands no chance. the impending blast telling him one thing: death. As Garou is hit, he screams about dying. He wants to fight monstrous heroes, not actual monsters. It's the kid's fault. He didn't want to die. He wants to reach his goal. But this is the end. This makes Garou seem like that bullied child still, and it shows how deeply that time affected him. And again, just like before against Bang, in dire situation he reverts to that childlike mind, basically a crybaby. Yet somehow Garou still stands, covered in wounds and broken in every way possible, but somehow moving to dodge. Garou jumps down and summons all his might to slam Rover in the head, but it does nothing. He's sent even deeper into the earth, where he falls before Gyoro. They try their best to put Garou into their perfect monster program, but Garou, only wanting to drag the people up high down, refuses, and before long he's dragged deeper by the monster king Orochi. Garou quickly takes a hit from his tendrils, shaking it off and speeding across the arena, growing faster and faster as he takes the chance to get close. Though Orochi reveals several sets of jaws, Garou falls to the floor, speechless at this creation before him, and honestly, I don't blame him. Orochi is so monstrous that it's almost too much for a monster. Orochi sends numerous rover-like beams, but unlike before, Garou withstands them with ease, growing stronger with every encounter. He jumps in to strike yet is blocked, taking the full force of Orochi's fist as he's thrown to the wall. He then somehow stands up. This thing is strong, but to be a monster king, he simply doesn't instill enough fear.
He isn't scary enough, but I will teach you fear.
Garou relaxes. Orochi is big, but he has technique. Though to his horror, the monster copies his stance. He's not the only one who can adapt. Garou tries to strike, but of course he was no match for dozens of the dragon-like tendrils, and now he's face to feet again. For the first time in a while, it's a bit till we see Garou. We actually don't view him for nearly 25 chapters, and when we do, it's just him and Change seeming to wake up. Garou finally emerges a couple chapters later when he's accidentally discovered, and upon getting close, Garou comes alive, breaking the chains and delivering an instant immense blow. He screams like a demon, leaving the hero in fear. He should have never woken him up, though in reality it becomes apparent Garou isn't even awake. This is him acting on unconscious instinct. After a back and forth with Black Luster, Garou takes a hook to the jaw, it instantly jolting him awake. He collects his surroundings before thinking of Tario. Again, his first concern is Tario. In a moment where he's gone as far as appearing in a demon in his sleep, he wakes up to think of a human boy. It's like Garou is still very human only because of him. Though with this, Garou again fights the heroes. Black Luster's punches are heavy, but Garou's are too. When he charges, Garou unable to deflect, he takes the impact head on, it destroying his ribcage and reducing him to a pile of rubble. Black Luster calls him inexperienced. He's been lucky up to now and should have known his place. Garou is strong, but he's abandoned kindness. This angers Garou, calling Black Luster a hypocrite. Goodness will make him stronger? In his eyes, the heroes are no good. They're fakes, yet people insist on loving them. This is exactly why he does this, so he can kick Justice's butt, and Black Luster won't stop him. The earth rumbles as the hero realizes Garou is becoming even stronger and faster. He forces Black Luster into a corner, him shocked at the possibility he could actually lose. Garou has mastered Bang & Bomb's techniques, using a style that takes two as one to output monstrous damage. Even when Black Luster sends a strike down that causes an earthquake, Garou matches it evenly. With this, he's undergone a new transformation. He's withstood something no human should have. He's shredded his human limits. Again, Garou has changed, and this will probably be the last one I actually point out since the rest are insanely obvious. Now he's going to be drawn even more scratchy as features like his hair and eyes are changing. now returning to white alongside a mix of black. His eyes completely dark. Garou's resolve also strengthens alongside this. He's beating what many would consider an unstoppable force, a hero that stands next to names like Bang and King. Him surpassing this peak makes his fight against injustice all the more possible. As Garou barrages black luster, he begins to fear Garou. All along he was looking for the thrill of victory, and now he's fearful of this giant monster in a gigantic way. Black luster summons one more monstrous blow, for Garou to shake it off, all before he delivers a strike that ends the fight and pushes black luster to the ground. He screams that he's taking his ears, but upon seeing a face that reminds him of his own trauma, he stops. Garou backs up. It was like he was bullying him. This isn't the type of evil he wants to commit. The ground rumbles as black luster is saved by Tatsumaki's barrier. An earthquake bound to render everything underground is occurring, though Garou's left as everything around him collapses. But of course, it's not over. Garou crawls away from death, him appearing as despair, absolute evil, as he confirms the evil he wants to commit. He'll now be able to reach threat level God. He will cast humanity into an abyss of fear, and he'll be the very incarnation of despair. Everyone will shudder in fear and join because of it. Injustice will cease to exist because survival will prioritize.
What the world needs isn't biased justice, it's impartial evil.
As he changes and crumbles, he thinks of Tario, recalling him declaring he's a monster. He disfigures and crunches the ground, now fully transformed into a monster. Garou the human monster has finally broken the barrier. Garou has officially monsterized, and it's fitting that the second he does such a thing, he thinks of Tario, his last shred of humanity, all as he visually changes and cracks to show a new form. The boy was Garou's last shred of humanity. Every time he almost went too far, it was him who appeared before him, be it literally or mentally. In reality, Tario was the only thing telling Garou that he isn't a monster yet. But with the whole entire hideout coming down, crumbling, falling to pieces, and him thinking of him, I think it's fair to say Garou has concluded Tario has died. Garou first met Tario in a light moment. I think you can only describe it as fun seeming, talking about heroes so Garou can get info. From there, he falls deeper and deeper. His deeds become worse, his sins get darker. Yet Tario constantly reappears and Garou constantly pays attention to him. No matter how bad Garou gets, becoming worse and worse, considering killing, and even showing aspects of monsters, his humanity returns when it comes to Tario and the thought of him, even coming first every time he wakes up from some sort of injury. Now here, Garou awakens to think of him again, yet the artwork hints that Garou thinks Tario is dead. The image of him fades to black as Garou reminisces on a moment of theirs, the one where he declared himself a monster, more distorted than ever. The thing that monsterized Garou was him concluding his last part of humanity died. Though alongside monsterization, Garou has finally defined his real goal. The way he'll fight against injustice is by creating a world so full of despair and fear that nobody will have time to think of bullying. All there will be is constant survival. I do think Garou realizing this against Black Luster was perfect, as he was a hero so set on using his strength to seem impressive and winning, yet the second he lost, well, he realizes he only wanted the thrill of victory. This proves to Garou his goal is valid while he himself pushes past a new limit. But by now and with this, something else has become brutally apparent. Brutally apparent by the confirmation of his goals and the actions up to now. That being, Garou is a hypocrite. Besides him internally crying when he's close to death, he can dish it out but can't take it, he literally pushed Black Luster to make the same traumatic face he once made. And while he backed up, that doesn't just excuse it. The point is, Garou is ultimately a bully too. In the same way he was attacked by a popular kid for liking monsters, He is attacking heroes for simply being heroes. While Blackluster was a case Garou was correct about, he generalizes all heroes are the same, whereas he's had interactions with ones he knows nothing about, like Moomin Rider, who even had a specifically placed moment where he saw good in Garou. That guy, Moomin Rider, was a bully? Really? Even looking at his grand goal, he literally wants to bully the people to the point where they can't think of anything other than immediate survival, all under the cover of it removing injustice. It just doesn't make sense. Now this definitely does not ruin Garou as a character, far from it, as this trait was very intentional. All considered, his goal is noble, wanting to remove a problem like bullying and the injustice associated. And his idea of good and evil is debatable. There's no way to create set definitions of what those mean. It's different person to person. It's just the way he wants to do this cause is stupid. Forget the way Garou's been going about this up to now. The end goal is to rule with such fear and despair that people don't have time to worry about bullying. Isn't that bullying? This is not an ends justify the means situation. It is just Garou being immature. Hurt people, and while Garou clearly believes in his mission, it's a trauma-influenced way for him to bully others the same way he was bullied. Garou wants to feel like the powerful one for once, something he never felt in his childhood. The hypocrisy only makes his internal pain even more clear. While Garou is definitely cool, by this point we're supposed to begin to see that he's not really correct. By now we should all start to realize that he is a deeply flawed human being taking it out on the world. Garou disappears for a while again, reappearing nearly 20 chapters later on the surface as the showdown between heroes and monsters only grows worse. It's clear though that whatever Garou has become is out. It's not him. The monsterization has taken over and turned him into a beast. Bomb calls for Bang and holds him off for now. Garou's so quick the eye can't catch him, and his power evenly matching Bomb till he too is beat. Bang then appears, finally eye to eye with his pupil yet again, but Garou has no words as he's become a full-fledged monster. The sky cracks as they meet. Garou's punches are destructive, but Bang matches it with a great defense. He's astonished at how quickly Garou adapts, as even when he sends him to the sky, the beast dodges and responds by impaling him on the ground. Garou yells as Bang readies for round 2, Garou having adapted and being far more responsive to Bang. They continue to trade blows till Garou assumes a new stance, the Fist of Exploding Heart Liberation. Bang reveals Garou raided a safe containing secret scrolls. He caught him, but one read was enough to acquire forbidden art. Bang goes on to explain his past, that he was a thug before seeing the light of day and opening a dojo due to his brother being a hero to show he had a change of heart. He goes on to say he's failed as a teacher. He was too busy neglecting his pupils to be a hero. This tells us that Bang wasn't a great mentor, that even though Garou came to him trying to be strong, to become someone that surpassed the bullies, his role model sucked. While there is no perfect reason, we don't have enough for a set conclusion. You can somewhat understand why Garou felt beat by the world at this point. It's obvious despite his actions he respects Bang and cares for him. It's just that maybe it wasn't reciprocated as it should have been. Bang declares that he'll quit being a hero after this, that him and Garou can be master and pupil once again. They'll start over from the very beginning. Bang comes in to end it with a single strike, Garou slamming his foot down as their fists meet. Shockwaves erupting as Bang's wounds amplify and Garou only grows stronger. He combines Bang and Bomb's technique to attack with a force Bang can barely withstand. One punch could shatter every single bone. Yet he stands strong, matching Garou evenly as he dives in to face his pupil, his fist meeting to crack his face. Although he was grazed, he falls as Garou reawakens, gaining control of the voice in his heart to become himself. His mask cracks to reveal he's controlled the monsterization as he blitzes the entire battlefield in half a second. Yeah, what the hell? This dude just somehow gets stronger and stronger, and then gets even stronger. Now back to his senses, Garou collects his surroundings. He explains that the whole time he was dreaming of the past with Bang, specifically the thought of following what his heart wants. He then clashes with Flashy Flash and Platinum S, where he not only grows stronger and more impressive, I mean, how the hell is he even doing this, like, he looks like a star, but he finally names and masters his own style. God Fist of Monster Destruction. Wait, nope, sorry, update. Killing God Fist of Monster Destruction, where he decimates both before declaring his goal yet again. And then he beats Platinum S again because he wanted to fight again. Just aura, man. It's then another monster wants a piece of Garou. A centipede so big and so strong its threat level is unknown, which Garou just fearlessly smacks. Now in the sky basically flying, Garou looks over to see Tario in a helicopter miles away, his face lighting up the realization he's alive. He even tries to make it clear to the centipede monster that was not where he was looking, and you know, there's no more denying it, this dude cares for this kid. Garou then runs up to attack as an old enemy reappears. Metal Bat also attacks the monster, leading to an unintentional team up between both of them. Garou no longer appears very monsterly. He cared for Tario and is now defending a helicopter with a hero. The centipede rises to the sky as Garou runs up the side, jumping off to try and chop the creature in two, recalling a memory of Bang where he shattered every roof tile in half except one. But now he declares he's reached the very pinnacle of martial arts. He's split the monster perfectly in two.
This was a blessing, for I have perfected my own style. This time, I broke them all, old man.
The battle with Bang, despite him being monsterized, has actually seemed to change Garou. It's like all of a sudden he's more human than he's ever been. The way I describe it is that Garou was like in a hibernation, ready to begin a brand new year stronger than ever and as a monster. Yet Bang knocked him out of that, woke him up, and even gave him some like human feelings through that. Bang has reminded Garou of some astonishingly human moments, most of all, telling him to follow his heart. Beautiful. Okay, maybe it's not that beautiful, but I gotta point out that it's quite funny that after this, Garou goes on to defend the helicopter, teams up with the hero, and fights a worldwide threat that probably could have destroyed the whole Earth. It's like doing human, heroic things was in his heart all along. It makes you think, maybe somewhere deep down there, Garou could have been a hero. Garou now wanders the desolate water-covered lands when Saitama lands. Garou looks back, Saitama asking, "What are you?" These two finally properly meet. After everything and 4 or was it 3 losses? I don't know, it was a lot of losses. The battle we've been itching for since the beginning of the manga is ready to occur. Garou can't shake the feeling he's overlooked in anxiety as he meets Saitama. Though more importantly, the words "obey the voice in your heart" echo in his mind. Garou apologizes to Bang before declaring he will cast all of humanity into the depths of despair and become absolute evil. He will teach the world pain the heroes fail to notice. Now that Garou is finally alone with him and his thoughts, it's back to the trauma, that despite the good he just did, his childhood horrors remain, and all they state is that he's a monster. He really can't escape this definition he's created for himself. Yet Saitama blankly questions this, but he saved the helicopter, he beat the centipede monster. Garou goes on to explain his goal, funny enough thinking of Tario as he does so, his humanity, before Saitama just leaves. Garou doesn't seem like a monster. He can play at being monster or hero, but don't overdo it. Garou grows angry, leaping at Saitama for it to happen again. Though Garou stays conscious this time, and finally connects the dots that it's been Saitama who's beaten him over and over. In a single chapter, Saitama deconstructs everything Garou has been about in the simplest way possible. He repeats the heroic things he's done as he states Garou is playing his monster as hero, before yet again giving him the thrashing of a lifetime. It's like he's just telling him he's simply ridiculous. Everything we've seen when it comes to Garou has been his point of view up to now. making his goal and logic seem valid. But now that we return to Saitama, the most heroic hero in One Punch Man, from his eyes, Garou and his logic is beaten in one punch, so to say. Or it's just invalid. They clash, Garou's blows sending shockwaves around the world. He sends Saitama to the ground at Mach speeds. Using his perfected style on his bald head, the impact and power creates a crater, rumbling the earth. Yet as Saitama jumps up, his hand shatters and he's unscathed. Garou goes in to punch, but Saitama hitting him back splits the sea. Garou grows angry. Just when his goals come to life, he faces the greatest obstacle. In doubt, he transforms even further. Yet as he does so, he hears a voice. Tario has reappeared. He stands up almost happy. Tario calls him a hero, Garou objecting despite how much Tario sees him as one. All before the boy begs he stop pretending to be a monster. Saitama reappears. He's doing all these bad things and now he's playing monster and making kids cry? Garou's way too old to be throwing tantrums. Garou repeats his goal despite it all, again making him seem nothing short of ridiculous. He stands to Saitama as he taunts him, whacking him in the face for nothing to happen. Saitama looks to Tario, don't worry, he can't scratch him, before smacking him miles away. Saitama asks Tario, you want him stopped, but you don't want him dead, right? Tario nods quickly. Alright then, Saitama's got this. Yeah, the point of this battle is to make it seem like Saitama is disciplining a bratty kid. I don't have the new volumes, I'm slacking, but you get the point. And everything considered, Garou is acting exactly as that, a bratty kid. He was bullied and is now bullying others, and now others can't even take his goals serious. He's the only one who refuses to see the hypocrisy and, quite frankly, how insane it all sounds. Garou is still very much in that bullied child headspace, and now, more than ever, it's clear he's never left it. So, we're about to watch Saitama discipline him, something he clearly needs. And by discipline, I mean, he'll just force Garou to grow up a little bit. Saitama lands in front of Garou and confronts him about his objectives. He thought he had a grudge, but now he's saving people. Why act like a monster? He could be a hero. Garou tries his best to explain himself away, using excuses like prioritizing efficiency. Again, hypocritical. If you were against heroes the way you said, you wouldn't work with them at all. Saitama ends the conversation saying, he's the guy a crying kid hopes finds redemption. Exactly what all of us reading about Garou right now feel. Garou dashes forth, hitting Saitama as hard as he can before using his perfected style, but even then he just jumps out of the ground like a mole. Garou tries again, punching him with immense force, kicking him, sending him through a building hard enough to destroy 3, before charging up again and hitting him with an attack that levels the area for miles. Garou could literally destroy the planet at this point, but Saitama just stands there without a scratch. Matter of fact, Garou's actions save some people trapped. Saitama telling him that evil is actually pretty good at saving people. Their fight continues as Garou monsterizes further, Saitama with a smile happily deflecting every strike. Garou slams into a volcano, yet it's destroyed and redirects the magma a whole new way, saving a city of people. Every word from Saitama hits Garou deep. He monsterizes more and more as he grows rageful, pushing Saitama as hard as he can towards a mountain as he screams, the impact shattering the land, imploding the mountain onto itself, and even changing the Earth's gravitational pull. Garou is this strong and this angry, yet Saitama just walks it off, finally countering as he barrages him with blows, before a hook sends Garou flying like a missile. Saitama lands Garou in the wake of it all, the sight reminding Garou of being bullied. Hypocrite again. Saitama's done everything to avoid this fight, instill confidence in Garou, and even told him that he could be better. But the second he starts to lose, Saitama is just another bully. He crumbles as he strikes again. Alas, a single punch ends it and sends Garou flying. In the wake of defeat, Garou listens to a voice. thundercloud shaking the sky as monstrous feet approach him. The voice consoles him, appearing as Bang before reaching out. As Garou takes the hand, he reappears before Saitama, a cosmic force now controlled by God, though it's clear that somehow Garou remains inside.
Awaken Garou. Cosmic Fear Mode.
He attacks Saitama with nuclear fission, a blast of light and force of a nuclear bomb. Numerous nuclear bombs. Garou then takes his ability to adapt to a whole new level, entering Saitama mode. He perfectly copies Saitama's consecutive normal punches, leading to a clash that shakes the earth itself. Garou finally ending it by landing his first hit. Saitama falls back. He told Tario he wouldn't get a scratch. Garou laughs. That reminds him. He told Tario he'd demonstrate the powerlessness of heroes. And I guess becoming a godly cosmic nuclear force, he still thinks of Tario. I'm sure a monster would do that. Garou though continues his barrage.
Fist of eradicating all life forms. Gamma Ray Burst.
Garou attacks with a blow emulating the energy of a dying star, the most powerful explosion ever known. It causes the night to become brighter than the day for a single moment, before Garou appears in front of the heroes. They all instinctively sense Garou is an unstoppable force. In Garou's eyes, he's finally become absolute evil. He looks to Bang as he yells, "Did a monster do this to him?" Garou states not exactly, revealing that instead of taking the mysterious being's hand, he slapped it away, knowing that Bang wouldn't say this. But touching the being's hand was enough. God tried to take him as a representative, and only due to Bang's teachings he held control of himself. He then thinks of Tario. Even when completing his grand goal, he thinks of his humanity, all before saying goodbye. He has evil deeds to do. Blast then appears, declaring a god is toying with Garou. The divine power Garou has been granted threatens all life on Earth. Of course, he revels in this. His mere presence now causes death. It's fitting of absolute evil. He again thinks of his goal. Anybody will be met with misfortune, so he'll settle things with Bang and never see Tario again. It's for the best. This is a very somber moment. In achieving his goal, being told it'll be even better than he thought, as literally people can't go near him or it's fear, death, whatever, Garou can't stop thinking of Tario and his old mentor. He seems almost sad that this goal won't include them too, or that it'll affect them too. It makes it seem like even though he was insanely confident, he never truly believed this was the right thing to do. Genos uses the last of his energy to propel himself into Garou, and though it does nothing, it pushes Blast to join the fight himself. He punches Garou into another dimension, dominating the fight till Garou adapts and copies Blast, barraging him with gravity fists till he's forced to send both of them away. Garou couldn't care for Blast. He wants to be Saitama, and knowing he wasn't giving it his all, he'll make Saitama get serious. He kills Genos, Saitama arriving as he falls to the floor, a look of emptiness on his face. He throws Saitama Genos' core, his face becoming serious as he attacks seriously for the first time yet. Garou copies this instantly, responding with the same exact attack. Blast teleports them to space as they connect. The force of two serious punches so strong he needs help to redirect it. The blast carves out a spot in the universe, destroying everything you could ever see in that direction. There's no stars, no planets, literally just black. And since we all know how big the universe is, this is unfathomable strength. The collide sends Garou and Saitama across the solar system, them both standing on Jupiter's moon. Saitama holds Genos' core tight. He'll use one hand to beat Garou. He tries to teleport Saitama, but he kicks the portal before decking Garou into space. Garou teleports over and over but is continuously struck, and when he finally does land a hit, using nuclear fission and Blast's power, it nukes the moon. But Saitama stands naked. His clothes were destroyed. Saitama then decides to counter. Using one hand, he grabs the ground and flips it onto Garou, erupting the surface as the whole moon is destroyed. Complete chaos occurs as Garou is hit from every direction. He literally can't keep up. He states Saitama is infinitely strong, and in that case he decides he'll infinitely copy him till he overcomes him. For the first time in forever, their blows are evenly paced. They strike back and forth till Saitama gains the lead again, using Garou's chop technique to level him. Garou cannot understand it. Saitama grows as he grows, yet somehow he's even stronger. And the truth is, while they're both growing, Saitama's emotions around Genos and his core are making him grow faster, meaning Garou's decision making is his own downfall. If he didn't kill Genos, he'd probably have a chance right now. As the fight continues, Saitama grows lax. It's becoming easy. He sneezes, and it not only destroys whatever they're on, but Jupiter itself. Yes, a sneeze just destroyed Jupiter. The sight of this causes fear in Garou. I don't blame him. He has absolutely no idea what to do. But with the sight of the sun, he teleports Saitama into it before teleporting back to Earth. Yet Saitama just appears behind him. He punches Garou back to Earth, his face cracking as it signals the fight to be over. Saitama states that he himself is a hero, and Tario's last words for him to stop him, not kill him. The statement of last words shocked Garou, him looking over to find Tario dead. He cries as he realizes it was him who killed him. He runs away, falling, covered in tears as he realizes he himself is a disastrous future. Garou achieved his goal, was so set on it, but the second he realized the repercussions, like killing the boy who had believed in his humanity, he became a crybaby, a bratty child running away from his problems. This is the true Garou. Garou states he cannot become absolute evil if he doesn't beat Saitama, but Saitama beat him. While saying he isn't cut out to be a hero, Garou wishes Saitama would act like all the other justice-obsessed heroes and kill him. Also, he could die evil. Garou has killed the one he wanted to save after changing the world, Tario. Saitama questions this. Save? Tario was trying to save Garou. He grows angry as he looks to Genos' core. Saitama knows this pain too, saying, "No one with such power can remain sane." Now I believe this here is Garou rationalizing with himself. He is a boy with immense bullying related trauma, and he will do anything to avoid that trauma. And by saying it's the power that leads them to doing these devastating moments, well, it all reads as an excuse. In reality, Garou has been a bully. He has taken things away people can never get back for his selfish quest. He has caused so much pain simply because he wants to be feared. He took many lives, Tario, and even Genos. Saying this happened because his power is so strong he couldn't remain sane is nothing more than a lie. It's a bunch of bullshit. In reality, it was all because he is a kid acting like an immature little brat at heart. Garou musters the courage to ask for a favor, devising a plan where Saitama copies his power and perfects his technique. Garou stating something insane will happen if he does. They begin and Saitama follows, Garou telling Saitama he'll obtain a god's power without borrowing it. Yet as they begin, that same god takes the power from Garou. But thankfully, Saitama is able to concentrate and finish the process. They imagined universes within themselves, taking select particles and using them to move time backwards. Saitama begins to go, Garou yelling for him to defeat him, destroy the ominous future, all as he crumbles. Saitama perfected it indeed. He goes back without a hitch and one-shots Garou. His punch landed before it was even theoretically released. It was impossible to dodge. This wasn't One Punch Man, it was Zero Punch Man. Garou then loses his power and grovels on the ground. All as Saitama forgets everything and combines with his present self. Basically, it's all wrapped up with no deaths, and nobody having any idea the real battle that had happened except Genos. But that's a whole nother conversation. Side note, I'm not gonna act like this wasn't a heroic action from Garou, going back in time to prevent everything he did, but they wouldn't have even been in this predicament if he wasn't a brat being silly. So if you ask me, it means nothing. Not to mention, the present Garou has no idea the developments that happened in the future, so it means nothing now. Tario wakes up from being knocked out, having actually lived in this timeline, envisioning Garou's words about standing up as he disappears before him. He really was like a hero to this boy, somehow like traversing timelines to say this. Garou was being beaten up by the heroes, and upon Zombie Man's questions about God, he laughs. He did everything because he wanted to, all before asking to be finished off. A Mind Mash readies to do just that, yet he's stopped by none other than Tario. He states heroes shouldn't do this. Garou had saved them numerous times, but then King stops them. Children are present, this being when Bang and Saitama approach. Bang states Garou must atone by helping 100 times over, and Saitama agrees. It sounds perfect for absolute evil. He states he knows the truth about Garou. He saved Genos and King atop everything else, leaving Garou with a smile before he disappears in the blink of an eye. And while we have a few more Garou moments to go over, stay tuned. This is where his character all but concludes, everything really considered. Garou the human monster was never truly a monster, and that was apparent from the very beginning. Of course, because we have Tario, and he's the obvious representation of this fact. Every time he fell deeper, it was Tario that kept him holding on. We can easily equate him to being Garou's humanity. Then there's a lot of other small things, like how he didn't attack Metal Bat because of his sister, and how he pushed God's hand away because he was monstrous. Garou never truly wanted to be a monster, he always wanted to keep his mind, his humanity. Though Garou's obsession with monsters isn't because he just wants to be one, it's because he can't imagine himself as anything other than one. His childhood events, and specifically the bullying, ingrained the idea into his brain that he couldn't be anything else. Even if he is a good guy at heart, proved many times, his childhood trauma told him that he's destined to be nothing but a monster. This brilliantly turns Garou from a simple cartoon villain to a human who can't see the light for himself. He wants everything to be good as he wished it once was for him. But the way he goes about it is astonishingly childish, though that's all because he is a child at heart. Garou is a brat, acting like a brat because he never moved on from those horrible days he experienced as a kid. Of course, his goal did have good intentions, and he ultimately isn't wrong when he talks about injustice. The message about heroes being placed on a pedestal is very valid, and as silly as this is about to say, it's very valid because you can apply it to real life. You've seen it and I've seen it many times. People will follow those they really like say a celebrity, to a T. They'll agree with everything that person says, even if they don't actually agree with it. Garou's whole tale is meant to be human. You can have great intentions, make mistakes, and still be very wrong in the end. In the end, Saitama proved Garou to be nothing short of a bully. But Saitama also said Garou is the type of villain you want redemption for. And I think that says it perfectly. Even One Punch Man himself is backing it up. And Saitama's side, so does the story. Garou is released from investigations to Bang, him stating he must now apologize to his victims. Garou gets on Bang for acting like his dad, where it's revealed that his parents never showed up and that Bang does not mind such a title. He must demonstrate proper behavior. We then see how he found Garou in an old training spot, almost like Garou wanted him to find him, all while he states it's only because he needs a sparring partner. He instantly asks about Tario in this moment, proving he is indeed interested in walking the path of a human, not a monster. Tario's made an amazing recovery. He's sticking up for himself and happily playing as Garou Man. Better yet, he made a really good friend. Garou tells him to work hard. He'll do the same. Bang then asks if there's a girl Garou likes. Surprisingly, he answers, revealing a girl who's the Yellow Ranger in a TV show. They walk away discussing this, giving you the image that the whole time Garou just needed someone, anyone in his corner. And now Bang realizes he can be that person. Also, side note, Murata did draw the woman Garou likes and decided to for some reason add the note that it looks like his mom. So yeah, I don't know if he's trying to say Garou likes his mom, but why? Garou's final appearance as of now is a couple months later. At Bang's dojo, he's the lowest ranking student, trying to intimidate another before Bang disciplines him, telling us he's in good hands. The clock strikes 3 and it's time for Garou's part-time job. It's part of the reformation program he was sent. Basically, Garou works to repay financial difficulties he caused at the dojo. Also, he's got a new look, and for now that's it. This new look makes me think Garou could come back, but who knows. The anime might be down, but Garou isn't. He does have a path to a comeback. And so, do you think he should?